Live from Gahanna Lincoln High School's TV studio, this is Lincoln Live. With Brendan Phillips and Angel Chrismon.
Staying in tune, how our orchestra is rebounding from COVID setbacks.
Back on track, the Lions football team improves their playoff position. We will have the highlights.
And Hollywood is back. Well, at least partially back. We'll take you to the movies.
You're watching Lincoln Live.
Let's go, Gahanna! Go, Gahanna! Let's go! Let's go! Pete!
Good morning, Lincoln. Happy Tuesday.
I'm glad it's Tuesday already.
I know, right? Well, I'm Brendan Phillips.
And I'm Angel Christman.
How's your day going so far?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm very tired, but I'm doing good.
It's time to jump into action.
Most of us don't have school tomorrow.
But if you're taking the PSAT, you need to be here.
Here's Assistant Principal Mr. Cullen with the details.
So all juniors in the entire junior class will take the PSAT, and the sophomores who elected to sign up for it will take it as well. Make sure you bring 2 pencils with you, please, and a calculator. So everyone make sure to bring 2 pencils and a calculator. If you're wondering what room you're going to test in, you can check your Google Classroom, or you will receive a personal email from me with your room assignment. They'll also be hanging on the windows down in the attendance office. And then lastly, for everyone else, tomorrow is an asynchronous learning day from home. So get some rest and good luck, GLHS.
Thanks, Mr. Cullen. There are 3 open seats on the school board, and Election Day is coming up.
That's right. NHS is hosting a candidates night tomorrow at 7 in Clark Hall, so students can speak directly with the candidates.
Here's NHS President A.J. Addison.
National Honor Society is hosting a candidates night. Candidates night is Wednesday at 7 o'clock at Clark Hall, and it is an informational event where the board talk about what they want to do with the school.
Restop the words. Thanks, AJ. The Lions are celebrating a huge... Oh, shoot. The prompter's going. We're celebrating a huge win, 42-3 over West Davis Central on Friday. The offense was rolling, and the defense held a strong, forcing 5 total turnovers. Quarterback Maxwell Cummings led the Lions with 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns to Tristan Cook-Fisher and Brendan Raymond. Kamari Burns led the Lions with 4 tackles. Tristan Cook-Fisher recovered a fumble for a touchdown, and Makai Shaheed had 2 interceptions. Congrats, guys. Hey, Brendan, do you play any instruments?
I do not. But speaking of instruments, did you hear that the orchestra is playing together in person for the first time in a year?
I didn't. TV online was bad as is. I can't imagine trying to play an instrument over Google Meet.
You're preaching to the choir.
We sent our own DeAndre person to see how the orchestra is adjusting back to in-person.
For the first time in a year, the Gahanna Orchestra is back in person to play together. The previous learning model required them to rehearse through online meetings, which presented some challenges.
It's great. Online orchestra was really difficult. Not being able to play with others, you had to play by yourself. It wasn't very efficient, but it's really good to be back.
I think compared to last year, it's been really nice to just jump right back into playing and doing things how we would usually do them. And we have a lot more pieces to play, we're challenging ourselves, and along with that we also get to connect with one another like we usually do. It was really challenging to not get to do that last year, and I'm just really happy to be back.
It was really hard adjusting last year, but this year it feels like it's back to normal. I think it's really exciting to actually play with my peers again and play in person because it was just impossible.
The old learning model not only changed some students' ability to perform, but it also altered the way teachers approach their classes each day.
During the pandemic, our focus, a lot of it was on, are you okay? While we were trying to still engage all of the minds of the students, it was kind of secondary to just making sure that they knew that we were there for them.
This year, our students are really excited to play our kind of standard orchestra pieces. Last year, again, we had a lot of focus on solos and personal skills. So it's very exciting to again, make ensemble pieces come alive.
The orchestra isn't just dwelling on the past, though. They're channeling their excitement to push themselves even closer to the goals that they set this year.
My goals for orchestra this year are really just to have fun and enjoy the music we're playing. Due to us being in chamber, we usually play some pretty fun songs.
First chair and in chamber in my senior year. I'm really planning on leading the orchestra this year and playing a few solos for it especially. And I'm really just hoping that I can bring the orchestra to its best and help everybody.
In spite of the previous year, the orchestra has managed to bounce back from last year stronger than ever. Now it's time to look to the future and listen to all the extraordinary music these talented students will create. This is DeAndre Person for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Hey, I think we have someone very special with us today.
And she beat Mr. Lowry's fantasy football team, which makes her extra special.
Good morning, Lily. How are you today?
I'm doing great today, and I'm honestly so excited that Mr. Lowry lost to me because I'm just so good at fantasy football.
I'm sure you are. What do you have for us today?
Well, have you missed watching movies on the big screen? Well, movie theaters are back, and we sent our own Gabriella Fabrizio to a local Cinemark to find out what it's been like for movie theaters lately and what the most anticipated movies are this fall.
The smell of popcorn, the giant screen, the dark theater. These are experiences movie lovers have missed since the closing of movie theaters during the pandemic. But now, theaters are opening back up again.
I love going to the movies, so for me it was it kind of sucked because it's just very nostalgic, and I love movies, so seeing them in theaters is such a fun experience for me.
Practically nothing was open, and I heard from my manager that there was one person working the entire day. At one point, you could only get our tickets online.
Recently, since I guess past the summer, we've been getting way more people coming in. This fall season, I think it's going to be pretty busy.
Many movies that were supposed to release in 2020 had to be delayed, such as the highly anticipated James Bond movie, No Time to Die, which opened this weekend and topped 300 million worldwide. The delayed movies, along with new ones, will make for a very exciting fall movie season.
I'm really excited for Spider-Man No Way Home coming out in December.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is, in fact, Peter Parker.
I am so excited to see The French Dispatch in Dune on October 22nd. Timothée Chalamet is in it. I love Timothée Chalamet. He's so talented.
I'm really looking forward to Last Night in Soho. The cast is so amazing. The director has never done a movie like this, so I'm super excited.
I would say the most anticipated ones are Eternals in November.
This is what the end of the world looks like. Needs to be a front row seat.
The Spider-Man No Way Home in December. So mostly the Marvel movies.
As technology develops, and especially during the pandemic, many movies have been airing on streaming services like Netflix or Hulu. If everything goes digital, will people stop going to the movie theaters forever?
I actually don't understand why people are worried about it or think it. I feel a lot of people just love the atmosphere and going in and getting popcorn and an icy and seeing this movie they've been so anticipated for. The experience is always memorable and good.
Going to the movie theaters is an experience that's hard to recreate, so it's safe to say they won't be out of business for a long time. Will they kill me, do you think? This is Gabriella Fabrizio for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Gabriella. Well, that's all for me. Now back to Brendan and Angel at the news desk.
Thanks, Lily.
Have a good day.
You too.
Well, Lincoln, that's all we have for you today.
We will have no show tomorrow.
That means we will see you on Thursday.
Bye.